the story of so we have been listening now to the stories of in Bhagavatam. Now some stories are actually coming like of Lord Indra's mistakes, whatever he has done. So it's not that Lord Indra always does mistakes, it's that these mistakes are being highlighted to us for our learning purposes. So, and this also shows, when somebody gets power, he can misuse it, and he becomes proud. So very, very, very dangerous situation. And Indra being a position, it keeps on changing. Somebody else becomes Indra. In the next Yuga, Bali Maharaj will become Indra. So that way, this position is acquired by different people, basis qualifications. But Indra has been making mistakes. So first mistake we saw is in the Prithu Maharaj story, where he stole the horses, which were for Ashwamedh Yagna. So 100 sacrifice he couldn't do, Prithu Maharaj couldn't do. And there Indra was envious, and he came in the disguise of a sage, a saint, a mendicant. So that was also this also triggered something bad, wrong practices which started happening in various yugas, where people started coming in a different guise of saints, and now because of that, the images of sages is actually sometimes we don't know who is a true sage and who is a fake one, or who is bluffing. So that becomes a challenge. So that was one. Then in the last episode we saw he actually didn't respect his priest Brahaspati, and because of it Brahaspati became angry with him and he left him. And then the demons attacked the Indralok, and the Devtas were out from that, of the heavenly planet. And the demons actually took help of, they had the Guru Shukracharya. After that, Lord Indra and all the Devtas, they went to Lord Vishnu and they took help, and Lord Brahma guided them to make Vishwarupa as their priest, as the Guru. And they made Vishwarupa. Vishwarupa was son of a sage, but his mother was from a demon family. So this was the story. Now, again, in this story, we are learning how Indra again makes one more mistake. So what mistake he does, we'll see. So now after this, the Devtas got the kingdom back, and Vishwarupa is now their priest, Guru. So now Vishwarupa used to do all the sacrifices, yagnas, ceremonies, whatever is to be done to the offerings to the Devtas, doing oblations. He used to do, Vishwarupa was doing sacrifice. So once what happened when Vishwarupa was doing sacrifice, he was giving the oblations to the Devtas also, but little bit he was giving to the demons, because he came from a demon, his mother was demon, so he was kind towards them also, so he was giving them. So then Indra notices and he thought that Vishwarupa is cheating him. And then what he did, he thought, demons will become strong again if he gives. This is a quality of a jealous person, like I should get everything. Why should somebody else get their little bit? So he's jealous, he's so envious, he can't share something with anybody. So now Vishwarupa was giving very little. It would not have impacted, the demons would not have become so powerful. But Indra became envious. Then what he did, he cut off Vishwarupa's 3 heads. So Vishwarupa had 3 heads, he just cut them off. So he's a guru who came to help Indra at the difficult times. He gave him Narayan Kavach. Basis that Narayan Kavach, he got the heavenly planets back, and then he cuts his 3 heads. Such a thing happening in that kind of yuga. In Kali Yuga, so this is very common, people, they cheat their gurus, they do so many things. But at that time, Indra doing this was grossly incorrect, because he was a Brahmana and it was a big sin. So then Indra, what he did, he actually realized he had acted badly. What he did, he went for 1 year outside. He said it was a sinful reaction, so he repented for his misdeed and he went outside. But Vishwarupa's father, who was a Brahman, Swastha, he became very angry that his son has been killed by Lord Indra for no reason. And so to take revenge against Indra, Swastha did sacrifice. He did a havan for this thing, for a son, for a demon to come and kill Indra. So when he did this sacrifice, when he was pronouncing the mantras, he did some mispronunciation. Because of which what happened, his sacrifice became that the person who will come, his son, who will come will actually be killed by Indra instead of killing Indra. So you can actually correlate this with Kumbhakarna. Kumbhakarna, when he wanted to ask Brahma that, give me Indrasan. So Kumbhakarna wanted Indrasan, but Mother Saraswati sat on his tongue and his tongue slipped, and he said Indrasan ke badle it became Nidrasan. So Nidrasan, he sleep every time. So same way here, his mantras actually did not happen properly. The Twasta's mantras, Vishwarupa's father, is because of his mantra, the mantras happened in such a way that his son will be killed by Indra, not the other way. Son will not kill Indra. So now this happened. But after that, from the sacrificial fire, big demon who appeared. And he was tall, blackish, gigantic, lustrous, and coppery hair. One thing is common in the whole, one thing is common in all these stories is that, the demon has coppery hairs. I don't know why, but it is coppery, brown, brownish types or different hair. So they are common in that all the demons are same, it's standard. So his eyes were burning red and he had a blazing trident. So you can see he had a blazing trident. He shouted in a loud voice and made the earth tremble as if from an earthquake. As he yawned, he seemed to swallow the sky with his cave-like mouth. He seemed to be licking up the stars with his tongue and eating the entire universe with his long, sharp teeth. Seeing this gigantic demon, everyone ran in all directions in great fear. Because he covered all the planets, he was named Vratasura. So Vratasura means one who covers everything. So he was so huge, he covered everything, and that's why he's called Vratasura. So Vratasura is the son of Swasta. So he has come to take a revenge of his brother's death, Vishwarupa, against Indra. So also demon, Vratasura, was considered a Brahmana because he was the son of Twasta who did sacrifice to beget him. And Twasta's son Vishwarupa was Vratasura's brother. Now Vratasura's mission was to attack Indra, who had killed his brother Vishwarupa impulsively. So his objective is very clear. His objective is I want to kill Indra. But whether he'll be able to do it or not do it, we'll see. So Vratasura immediately what he did, he left the sacrificial area to fight with Devtas. The Devtas attacked Vratasura, striking him with heavenly bows. So there's a fight between the Devtas and Vratasura. But Vratasura what he did, he swallowed all their weapons. And the Devtas were actually, they were disappointed and they were struck with shock. They were wondering. They immediately ran away from there. And they immediately ran away and they went to Lord Vishnu. Then they prayed to Lord Vishnu that so now they are praying. So that prayer is also very good. So I'll just read that. Oh Lord, you have protected us earlier in many incarnations. You appeared among the Devtas as Lord Vamana, among the sages as Lord Parshuram, among the animals as Varaha, among the aquatics as Matsya and Kurma, and among men as Ram and Krishna. Now please appear in some form and save us from this fearful demon Vratasura. Now they are praying to Lord Vishnu. So Lord Vishnu appears in front of them, and everybody, when they see the Lord, first thing is Dandvat Pranam. So they fall like a rod. So whenever a sage is, we should always give him respect, and immediately, generally men do Dandvat, and we should touch the feet, both the feet of O Supreme Mercy. So now Lord Vishnu is coming and he's saying, so when after again they are continuing the prayer, O Supremely Merciful Lord, you are the sole proprietor of the entire universe. You have always appeared in various incarnations to punish the demons. Please appear today as another incarnation to kill Vratasura. He has swallowed all our weapons and strength. So generally, the Devtas or whenever people, they want Lord to come personally. But, Lord is a very big person. He doesn't need to come personally every time. He can send his people. He doesn't have to come. It's only by his own will that he will come personally, or he'll come through a big like avatar. But he always has people to send. It's not necessary, every time the main, you can say in the army, the chief will go and fight. It's not necessary. He can send small soldiers also for some fights. So here, Lord Vishnu will guide them. He'll guide the Devtas, what you should do. Dear Devtas, pure devotees only aspire to serve me selflessly without any material desires. So this is a very important sentence. Pure devotees, what they aspire Lord Vishnu for? They want to serve the Lord selflessly, and they do not have any material desires. But here Devtas are actually having material desires. They want something from the Lord. So, but since you have approached me for protection from a demon, I shall suggest you a way to come out of this danger. Now, this is where Lord is giving them guidance. You have come to me for some help, but I'll help you. But you are coming here for material desires because you are attached to your body, because somebody is taking away your kingdom. You are in danger. That's why you are coming to the Lord. You are not coming to the Lord for serving Him, which is actually the right objective that devotee should have. But Lord always supports the devtas because they are good. They are generally they have good attitude and they have good behavior compared to the demons. So now Lord Vishnu is giving them guidance, what you should do. So Lord Vishnu tells them, you should immediately approach sage Dadichi. Dadichi Rishi is a very beautiful, a very great sage who is my great devotee. His body is very powerful because of his great spiritual knowledge and activities. Earlier, he taught spiritual science to the Ashwini Kumaras, the heavenly doctors. So this sage's story is very interesting, very, very interesting. So sage Dadichi, so Lord Vishnu is telling you, approach him. He will help you. His body is very powerful. And also he had given the knowledge of spiritual to the Ashwini Kumaras. So there are Sanat Kumaras are the four Sanat Kumaras. Ashwini Kumaras are the doctors of the Devtas. Like Vishwakarma is the architect. He does all construction work or whatever. But Ashwini Kumaras are the Devtas of the doctors of the Devtas. So whenever any problem, health issue, they will serve them. So once the Ashwini Kumars had approached Dadichi Muni and requested, Dadichi Muni, please teach us spiritual science. So Dadichi Muni at that time, he was busy because he had other assignments. So he was busy. He told, okay, not now, I'll do it later. So this news came to Indra. So Indra again, one more mistake he does. So Indra is telling Dadichi Muni, because when he came to know that Ashwini Kumaras want to learn spiritual science, he's telling Dadichi Muni, no, you don't do this. Ashwini Kumaras are doctors. Don't give them spiritual science. And if you do this, I'll cut your head. So Indra is telling you, Dadichi Muni, if you do this, I'll cut your head. Again, this is a sign of pride which he has. So after warning this, Indra returned. Ashwini Kumara actually knew Indra's this thing, which warning, threatening, which he has given to Indra, Ashwini Kumaras knew about this threaten, which which threaten he has threatened. But still, they again went to Dadichi Muni requesting, now they gave him, now they told him, we'll give you an idea. So they gave him a plan saying, if you teach us, Lord Indra will cut your head. And we are doctors. So what we'll do, we'll cut your head and replace it with a horse's head. And with the horse's head, you give us spiritual knowledge. And then when Indra cuts your head, we'll restore your original head back. You see how intelligently this thing they have played, so that Indra also is vow is fulfilled, and they also get spiritual knowledge. So Dadichi Muni agreed. They said, perfect. So this is a good plan. So they cut his Dadichi Muni's head and replaced it with the horse's head, and then through the horse's mouth, this knowledge was given. Spiritual knowledge was given by Dadichi Muni. And then when Indra came, he cut the horse's head from Dadichi Muni, and then Ashwini Kumaras put. So this surgery was very old. So Ashwini Kumaras were great surgeons. So if you see Lord Shiva, when Ganesha's head is actually cut off for some reason, then he gets the head of an elephant. But so they in those days they knew how to do this surgery of replacing the head. And in our Daksh Prajapati's also, his head was replaced with a goat's head. So now Lord Vishnu is further telling, this Narayan Kavach knowledge, which Vishwarupa gave to the Devtas, this knowledge was given by Dadichi Muni to the father of Vishwarupa, Twasta. And then Twasta gave this knowledge to Vishwarupa, and Vishwarupa gave this knowledge to Indra and the Devtas, because of it they could win this thing. So Dadichi Muni was such a great person, So now he's saying, you go to Dadichi Muni and you ask him all his bones. No, he has a body, so he's saying you ask his bones. So how will he give bones? He has to die because of that. So he will give you, if you he'll give them to you if the Ashwini Kumars request him. He's saying, you go to him, but request to Ashwini Kumars. They will give him. Then the heavenly architect, Vishwakarma, will prepare a thunderbolt weapons from the bones. So what will happen? Ashwini Kumars will request him through you, and then he'll give the bones. And with that bones, go to Vishwakarma, who is the architect. You tell him to prepare a thunderbolt with that Vajra. And with this thunderbolt, you will be able to kill Vratasura. So Lord Vishnu has told him, what is the plan? This is how you are supposed to execute it. So Vratasura is also my devotee and will not harm you. Do not worry. Secondly, he's also telling Vrittasur, actually my devotee only. He's the son of a Brahmana. He's my devotee. He will not harm you. So go ahead. So then Lord Vishnu disappeared from there. And then afterwards, they followed the advice. Devtas approached Daditi and begged for his bones. Now Daditi Muni is telling them, don't you know about the unbearable pain of death? The body is very dear to every living being. One has to protect it by all means. How can one give it up even if demanded by Lord Vishnu? So he's testing the Devtas. Body, how can I give it? I'll get so much of pain. And this is very dear to me. And one has to protect and all those things. So now Devtas is replying, oh great sage, you can understand others' difficulties because you are compassionate. Selfish people don't understand the pain of others. If the rich knew the beggar's pain, they would not refuse to give charity. So what is the difficulty to give up for merciful people like you? So they are persisting. They're saying, the sage, you are always merciful and you are always selfless and compassionate. So please give. So Dadichi replied, dear Devtas, I refuse to offer my body just to hear from you about Dharma. So otherwise I have no objection. So he was testing. He wanted to learn, understand whether the Devtas know Dharma. And then he said, I shall happily give it for your service as advised by Lord Vishnu. Anyways, I will have to leave this body, temporary body, one day. It may die at any moment. Using it for the welfare of others is the right utility of this body. One who has no compassion for suffering people and does not use one's body for others' welfare is pitiable. So this is very important, using our body for other people's welfare. We should always try to do that. But we don't expect, killing yourself. We are not so great, like says Dadichi, kill ourselves and give our body thing. But as in a normal course, we should always assist because his body is very, very unreliable. So recently, I came to know about one of my friends that he has got cancer. So uh, he may be around 47, 48, and suddenly 3 months back, before 3 months back, everything perfect, enjoying, life was going proper. And 3 months back, he came to know he has cancer, and then he's undergoing a treatment and little critical situations. But how life changes, we don't know what will happen to us next moment. Everything is going fine, suddenly something will happen. So, and for such situations, what should we advise such people, who go into stress because of it? Now they don't know what to do. When you come to know that you have cancer, what you'll do? So they are not in the frame of mind. You tell them, you listen Bhagavatam Katha, you do chanting. Very difficult to tell them because they are emotionally weak at this point. So, but that is the only solution. Like Parikshit Maharaj, when he came to know that he's going to die, he was strong enough to decide that he should listen to Bhagavatam from Sukdev Goswami. But not all people have. But we should. That's the reason, listening to Katha as much as possible. Don't wait for old age. People think, ये सब तो बुड्ढों का काम है. When we grow old, then only we should do this. It's not like that nowadays. So we don't know anything will happen at any time. So listening to kathas, doing chanting as early as possible. We should do that. So now Dadichi Muni is willing to give. So then he gave up his body while meditating on the Lord Vishnu. And in deep trance, he even did not realize that he was dying. And then he just gave up his body. Devtas took away the bones from his body and gave it to Vishwakarma, who made a thunderbolt. So Vajra weapon was made. When Vishwakarma made this invincible thunderbolt, charged with Dadichi's power, Indra took it up. So now Indra got this Vajra. Riding on his elephant carrier, Airavat, surrounded by thousands of Devtas, Indra went to attack Vritasur. Vritasur was having his own powerful demons, who were there. And then there was a fight which started between Devtas and the demons on the bank of Narmada River. So this lesson, one of the important things to learn is how to learn from such a great sage, Dadichi Muni, that he gave up his body, the bones to the Devta. So Always, be charitable, be selfless. That's the biggest lesson for us, and always help others. So now this fighting is going on. Now lesson on selfless service. I'll leave this. What is the best use of our bodies? Eating, sleeping, working, earning money, enjoyment, and so on. Yes, the body may be utilized for all these activities, yet there is a better use of it for the service of other living beings who are God's children. Wise people know that the body is temporary and can collapse any moment. So they utilize every opportunity to use it for the welfare of others without expecting anything in return. Such selfless service pleases the Lord, satisfies ourselves, and helps develop loving relations. One of the important things is this gives satisfaction to ourselves. When we do something for others, we will be satisfied more than the same. That's a great feeling you get from inside, when you help others. And it always helps develop loving relationships. Compassionate people serve others even at the cost of personal inconvenience. The greatest type of service one can render others is to bring people closer to God. Let us cultivate such a spirit of selfless service by taking inspiration from the examples of like Dasi. So this is a great example. And also, when we are serving our guru, we should always be proactive to elders to serve them. So that will always make them happy. Without they asking, we help them. It will be so nice. So now this fight is happening. The Devtas are fighting with Vritasura, and the whole fight starts. And demons are attacking the Devtas with mountain peaks, tridents, axe swords, and Devtas are covered, but still Devtas they immediately pull out their lethal weapons. So they also had at the time, like now we say atomic weapons or such powerful weapons. So the Devtas at the time also they used to have such heavy weapons. And then demons immediately became afraid with those weapons, and they started running. And then Vritasura sees them, how come all the demons are running away? So Vritasura is calling them, each of them is calling them by names and telling them, if one dies on the battlefield by fighting the enemies without showing one's back, one will be promoted to higher planets. So don't run away. So this is actually a fact that if anybody dies on a battlefield fighting, he goes to heavenly planets. So if our military people who are fighting and they die, they always get a higher planet because they are serving the nation and they are fighting for the nation. So here, however, the demons were too fearful. They did not listen to his commander's words. So the demons actually ran away. And taking this advantage, because here Devtas chase them, attack them from here. So now Devtas, what they are doing, somebody is running away, the demons, they are further attacking them. They are running behind them and attacking them. So Vritasura is telling the Devtas, what? Attacking the demons is useless. They are already going away. And what is the benefit of killing enemies from behind if they are already fleeing in fear? It's a shame on you. If you are courageous, stand before me for a moment on the battlefield. So now Vritasura is ready to fight with the Devta. So angry Vritasura terrified the Devtas, and when he roared with an enormous voice resembling a lion, the Devtas fainted as if struck by thunderbolts. As the Devtas closed their eyes in fear, Vritasura taking up a trident and making the earth trembled, trampled the Devtas like a mad elephant tramples the hollow bamboo. So Vritasura is powerful, like a mad elephant is running behind the Devtas. Seeing Vritasura, Indra became intolerant and threw a great club at him. But Vritasura easily caught it in his left hand. Then Vritasura angrily struck Airavat's head with the same club and roared loudly. For this heroic deed, so what had happened? Indra threw a club, Vritasura picks up with his whole hand and he throws it back and hits Airavat's head. So that same club is gone back and Airavat is pushed back 14 yards. So his head is broken actually. Airavat's head is broken and is bleeding. It's bleeding completely. And the Airavat is just fallen 14 yards behind along with Indra. And seeing this condition, so Indra also became afraid. So seeing this condition, but Vritasura, what he did, he did not further attack Indra. He wanted Indra to come back to normalcy. So Indra relieved Airavat, and then after that, once he gained composure, then he stood before that. Then Vritasura is telling to Indra, oh abominable one, you acted like a butcher by butcher by mercilessly severing the three heads of my brother Vishwarup. He was a sinless Brahmana and your guru. You have no shame and mercy. I will clear my debt to my brother by piercing your stone-like heart with my trident. When I kill you, only vultures will eat you. If the other devas attack me, I shall sever their heads too. So now Vritasura is actually telling him, you killed my brother, everything you have done is a shameful thing. And Indra is feeling guilty now. So he's feeling so guilty that he is not able to attack. So Vritasura is saying, I'll attack you. So Vritasura again tells to Indra, but if you kill me in this fight, I will go to Vaikunt. Why don't you hurl your thunderbolt weapon at me? So now Vritasura is provoking him, telling him, you have a thunderbolt. Why are you not attacking me with the thunderbolt? He's trying to actually Vritasura is a devotee of Lord Vishnu and he wants to die at the hands of Indra. And he knows that. But Lord Indra has become so afraid and so ashamed of his guilt that he has forgotten that he has the Vajra, that thunderbolt, and he is not willing to fight. And now when Vratasura is trying to convince him, telling him, "Oh, you fight, you have a thunderbolt. Why don't you hit me?" So he's not believing only because person who is a cheat, who does something wrong, he doesn't believe a right person. So he's not believing. He's thinking Vratasura is cheating me. Just as he made my club useless, he will make my thunderbolt useless by his powers and again attack me. So Indra is not having a faith on his thunderbolt, which Lord Vishnu told him that with Dadichi's bones, your thunderbolt will kill Vratasur. That means he has not believed God, Lord Vishnu. And he's thinking Vratasur is cheating and he'll take away this thing. He'll make that Vraja also useless. Again, Vratasur is telling him, your victory is assured. The thunderbolt has been empowered by Lord Vishnu's blessings and Dadichi's austerities. You can kill me with it. When Vishnu favors a person, victory, opulence, and good qualities are assured. He is convincing, Are Indra, you have served, Lord Vishnu has given you blessings, and your victory is definitely assured. And when Lord Vishnu says, obviously you'll get victory, opulence, and everything. But he's not, and by that thunderbolt, I'll be freed from this world and attain Lord Shankar's son in Vaikunt. So he's saying, I know you will kill me, I will go to Vaikunt, I'll be also relieved. Material heaven is of no use to the Lord's devotees. So Vratasura is very, very intelligent and he's telling so many right things to Indra. But Indra, because his mind is not working, he's not believing any with this person. He's not believing, he can kill him. Lord Vishnu has told, but he's still not believing. So then now Vritas is saying, what is the use of speaking to this rascal Indra, who sees everything materially? I better pray to my Lord. That Indra is not getting convinced. He's such a useless person, always materially thinking and always proud. And this thing, he can't understand. I'm thinking of his good. He's not realizing it. So now let me offer my prayers. So what I'll do, this uh, story is little big because Vritasur will be killed and then Lord Vritasura's qualities are given and he will become famous after this war. Although he'll be killed, but Vritasur will become famous here. So that is there'll be a learning on this. So it has two more chapters. So I did three chapters. So we'll do that continue. So what is the lesson in this? First lesson of Dadichi Rishi was the selflessness, helping others. In this, the lesson is on trust. So whom we should trust. So who is the most trustworthy person? One who always keeps one's promise and whose words never go wrong. Isn't it God is the most trustworthy? Lord Krishna spoke many principles and gave many promises in Bhagavad Gita that can never be wrong. Because he is all powerful and always compassionate, one can completely depend on him and trust him. Trusting the abilities and intentions of the Lord is a vital aspect of Bhakti. In this story, we see that Vritasura's faith in Lord Vishnu's words is more than that of Indra. So Vritasura is believing Lord Vishnu more than Indra. Indra is not believing Lord Vishnu that I can kill him. So this sometimes happen, in this modern world. People don't believe their gurus and they don't have faith actually. And the person who has faith in Lord, he'll only be successful. So the faith makes them and Vritasura better devotee than Devta Indra. So we'll just go to continue this on Wednesday. And right now we have some quiz. Vimla Mataji, any questions on this?
You want, you can continue. Quiz I can post in the link in the group because not many people are there, no?
Okay,
So
so okay, but right now I had not I'd done this, so I thought I'll complete here. But let me see if I
you
can do
want
one more.
you can do saints, anyone saint from saints icons of grace.
Just not direct to see that. You have the book there?
I don't have.
Okay, let me see. Give me a minute. Okay, what we'll do is if you have video to